Hello, Crossroads friends. Today I'm happy to share with you a recent conversation that we had with one of our local partners, the Central Alberta Pregnancy Care Centre. In this conversation, you will meet the new Executive Director, Lisa, and the Director of the Airy Maternity Home, Giselle. But before we listen to that, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to you. So many of our congregation have been involved long-term with the Pregnancy Care Centre. You've served as client advocates, as male mentors. You were involved in the demolition and construction of this new facility. You have volunteered as board members, worked in the community gardens. You have been faithful to pray over the years, and you have given financially, which has allowed this work to continue and to expand. This is your story too, a story of hope and a light in our community. So thank you.
Hi there, my name is Lisa Smith and I'm the new Executive Director for the Central Alberta Pregnancy Care Centre.
Hi, my name is Giselle Kotrowski and I'm the Director of the Maternity Home here at the Central Alberta Pregnancy Care Network.
The heart of the Pregnancy Care Centre is really being able to give unconditional love to the women that come through the doors and their families, regardless of their circumstance, regardless of the choices that they make. We just want to show them God's love and know that we are here to support them, to encourage them, and to equip them.
Through no fault of their own, a lot of our young women that we see here and in our community have not had a healthy family environment. So then when it's their turn to parent, they've had no role modeling or any idea of what healthy parenting, healthy families looks like. So in my previous lifetime, I've seen a lot of young women end up in abusive relationships, homeless, and losing their children into the foster care system simply because they didn't have anyone to step up and say, I'm here for you. I can walk with you. Let's do this together. There's another way to do it.
Our programs are a variety based on what the clients come through the door and their needs are. So Options Support is our core program that's offered in all of our centers in Central Alberta. And that's an opportunity for us to meet with women, which right now is over the phone mainly, to discuss their options with them of parenting, adoption, and if they're thinking about abortion. Other programs that we offer are those for clients who have experienced abuse or trauma in their lives and want to do some healing from that, as well as post-abortive recovery education. Then we have our maternity home program, which is a two-phase program for pregnant moms and moms with little ones who want to advance their education, work on employment outcomes, and become better parents.
So our main floor has our pregnancy care center. So a young woman can start right at the beginning, from the time the pregnancy test turns positive, to have that support to know what her next steps could be. And then we move into having a two-phase program in our maternity home. Most maternity homes in North America only allow a woman to stay until her baby is about 6 months old. And research will show that that is not enough time to make lifelong change. So having a two-phase model, our young women can stay for almost up to 4 years. If they come in at the beginning of their pregnancy and stay until their child is about 3 years old, they've had real solid foundation to build upon and are less likely to go back into some of those negative coping things. And that's what makes us unique, not only in Canada, but in North America. On average, because we have long-term stay, we see about 13 women come through our program each year. Some of them choose not to stay very long for a variety of reasons, and some of them have been with us for 2 to 3 years. Our phase 1 program can house up to 4 women at a time. And then we also have a staff on site 24/7 in that program. And then our phase 2 program can house up to 7 women and their children. So at any time we can have up to 11 young women and 11 infants or children here on site. It can make it pretty noisy and pretty fun. So phase 1 is a 4-bedroom communal living program. So each young woman has her own private bedroom and bathroom. And then she shares kitchen, living space, laundry space, and we really strive to make it a family environment. A lot of our young women have not been raised in healthy families, so we want to change that for them and have them walk into an environment where they feel loved, cared for, supported, and get to learn those skills in a natural way that they didn't learn before. So in phase 1, our focus is life skills. So how do you cook a meal? How do you budget? What's healthy nutrition? How do you keep your house clean and tidy? What's good safety? What's healthy boundaries? So that's our focus in phase 1, while really building community amongst our residents. So during their time in phase 1, they get weekly education sessions, they get referrals and supports within our community, and they also get community building. And our focus is then getting them ready and in a stable, secure, loving environment to move to whatever that next stage of life is for them. And then we also have phase 2. So once our moms are doing well and they're getting used to what their new normal is in a healthy lifestyle, having a bed to sleep in every night, 3 square meals, friends, then we work on our life skills, we evaluate that, and then we can move them to phase 2. Phase 2 is we have 7 single bedroom, fully furnished apartments, and that focus is on education or employment. So baby's about 6 months old, and now we're ready to practice those life skills. So we move to getting our own groceries when we're a member of phase 2, getting ourselves out to a work or education opportunity, and getting our little ones out to daycare. But our moms get to do that in a supportive environment. They've built relationships with our staff and volunteers, so as those bumps and things that happen in life happen, they have our staff to rely on, and they're more likely to keep moving in that positive direction rather than maybe go back to some of their old coping skills. So they have all these people around them to build community, and then we work for that year or 2 that they're in phase 2 to really get them planted in the community with some healthy support so that when they leave us, they're successful in whatever life looks like for them moving forward.
Our center has 4 satellite offices that cover all of central Alberta, and in those individual offices we serve the communities around as well. And this year we're hoping to add Stettler as well to our community. So each time we add a community to our center as a satellite office, it's because the community has come to us, and so they initiate the contact with us. They express an interest and a need that they believe that their community would benefit from a pregnancy care center. So being new to the role, one of the first tasks that I looked at in December was the Stettler Center. They had done a fundraiser a while ago, and I had no idea what had been raised and what steps we needed to take next in order to be ready to open that center. So back in 2019, Anne and I did a business plan and a very detailed budget of what it would cost to start a satellite center in general in any community. So I pulled that document out, and the number that was on the page was $39,610. So then I went to our finance department and asked them if they would pull a finance report for us as to how much Stettler community had raised so that we would know whether we were in a position to hire a director and move forward. And the number that was pulled by the finance department was $39,610.66. So that was a very clear indication to us that God had provided the resources we needed to move forward and open that center. We want to thank Crossroads for their ongoing and continuous support. Crossroads Church has been a great advocate for us. We have received volunteers through your congregation, funding support, ongoing prayer support, and you've just been a cheerleader for the center to encourage us to continue the work that we're doing. One of the things that we would love prayer for is the way that God has continued to protect us during COVID. All of our staff and volunteers and clients, some of who have had COVID tests over the last year, have all come back negative. So we're just very thankful and blessed for that. So continued prayer for protection for all of us would be wonderful. Another prayer request we would have is just for the staff as a team. Some of us are working from home. We only have volunteers coming in one at a time. We're just trying to spread ourselves out to reduce our risks, but we're missing each other. And so just prayer for encouragement and to continue to allow us ways to connect with each other. If you'd like to get more involved in the Pregnancy Care Center as a volunteer, working with clients, or behind the scenes, feel free to contact us by phone or email, and we'd be happy to have a conversation with you.